Good evening, I'm Elaine Quijano. The Department of Health and Human Services is scrambling to reunite families separated at the border under President Trump's zero-tolerance immigration policy. Hundreds more children held by Customs and Border Protection were expected to be back with their parents by last night. Mireya Villarreal is in Tornillo, Texas, with the latest on the border crisis.
Protesters along the South Texas border took a stand against the separation of families, stopping a bus briefly while chanting, "Set the children free." About a dozen children could be seen inside.
They are in cells, they're on cells, and they are in cages.
25 members of Congress spoke out Saturday after gaining access to the federal detention facilities near McAllen, Texas.
And we asked to speak to somebody who was there, and as they opened the door, these 20 or 30 mounds of silver mylar became little girls. They stood up, they were scared, some had been crying.
But the government's plan to reunite families has been slow and confusing. At a bus station near the border, dozens of immigrants, families with small children, were released Friday. A few had on ankle monitors. This woman says she was separated from her 15-year-old sister and has no idea what will happen to her.
Most of the parents are still in the criminal process.
Melissa Lopez is part of a legal aid group that works directly on reunifying families.
They don't know where their kids are.
Can they even focus on their asylum, their immigration cases?
No. When they get into court, their first and only concern has been their children.
Is there any effort to reunite those families that have already been separated?
The government is not making any effort to do that. Efforts to reunite children and reconnect children are being done by agencies like ours.
Customs and Border Protection were going to try and expedite reuniting families, but Lopez says the government doesn't have the infrastructure to do that. Elaine, we do know that advocacy groups and immigration attorneys are now recommending the use of this tent city in Tornillo temporarily.
Mireya, thank you.